One day the Fat Controller came to the sheds. He had some news for Thomas.
Thomas, you must go to the works immediately. Some of your parts are in need of an overhaul.
Thomas didn't sound pleased by this news. But sir, who will run my branch line whilst I'm away? With Christmas approaching, the workload is going to be more than we can handle. The Fat Controller smiled.
Don't worry, Thomas. I am sure Percy and the others will manage whilst you are away.
Thomas smiled, but he wasn't sure. Thomas puffed away to the workshops the next morning. After Thomas went away, the snow arrived. Percy looked after Annie and Clarabel and took most of Thomas's trains. Daisy ran the fast one, which connected with Gordon's Express at the junction. This made her feel very important.
It shows how much the Fat Controller depends on me.
Toby was in charge of the goods trains and ran down to the harbour. He quite enjoyed that. His stone trains were dealt by Mavis, the diesel belonging to the quarry company. A few weeks before Christmas, it had snowed on the other railway. Flying Scotsman wearily panted into the station. But Gordon was cross, as this meant his express was now delayed.
Terribly sorry, brother. The snow on the mainland was dreadful.
Call yourself a Doncaster engine. A bit of snow never hurt anyone. Now, if you'd excuse me, Scott, I have an express to make up time for.
And Gordon huffed pompously out of the station. He was soon working hard to make up for lost time.
Come along, a little snow doesn't worry me.
Then there was trouble. Gordon suddenly saw a huge snowdrift was blocking the line ahead.
Oh my!
His driver applied the brakes, but it was too late.
Oh, bust my buffers!
Edward soon arrived with the cranes to put Gordon back on the rails.
Good grief, Gordon. You're just as bad as Thomas.
Oh, come on. It's only snow.
All I am saying is just be glad this doesn't have worse effects for you. And especially for your passengers.
Gordon didn't say a word. Duck soon arrived and he took charge of the train. Duck puffed gently along the main line with the express. The coaches tittered happily as he trundled happily along the main line. Meanwhile, Daisy was waiting at the junction. A blizzard had soon arrived. Huge white flakes swirled all around. Daisy's driver was worried, but Daisy wasn't. Pretty soon, Duck arrived at the junction.
What fun it all is. You other engines may not like snow, but I think it's pretty. And as long as I've got rails to run on, it won't give me any trouble.
Strong words, Daisy. But be careful. Snow is not a laughing matter. Particularly if you get stuck. Gordon found it out the hard way.
Daisy gave a cheerful toot, and she left the station. But Duck was nervous.
She'll be in trouble soon.
Her driver was nervous too, because Daisy didn't have the weight that a steam engine had, so if she got stuck, she wouldn't be able to push her way through.
It's not a problem. A few flimsy flakes can't stop me.
Daisy rumbled confidently through the valley. But as she oiled along, the sky started getting darker, and then she was completely bloated by whirling snowflakes.
Oh, I don't like this!
Neither do I, old girl. I can't see where we're going. They stopped at the next signal box, and Daisy's driver went to talk to the signalman. He came back looking glum. The passengers started looking anxious. There are deep drifts ahead. I'm afraid we can't get through. The signalman says Daisy must take you back to the last station. We'll get you home from there somehow. The passengers were slightly relieved, but it was short-lived. Daisy carefully started to reverse back to the station. But they were only a little way before she started feeling ill. She hiccuped, coughed, and stopped.
Help! I can't breathe properly!
The snow has blocked your air intake, I expect. Her driver cleared it, but it was soon clogged again. Daisy could go no further. She felt like bursting into tears. The driver got down again and trudged back to the signal box to telephone for help. Daisy felt more and more miserable as every minute passed. Even when her driver came back, he couldn't cheer her up. They've promised to rescue us, but goodness knows how they'll do it. They waited and waited, but no help came. The snow drifted higher and was soon piled all around Daisy. Daisy was not happy at all.
I hate to say it, but I think Thomas might have been right about the snow. There's nothing lovely about it.
Suddenly, she heard a whirring sound coming from above. It was Harold the helicopter.
Harold! Down here!
Hello, Daisy. I say, fancy being a snow engine, did you? Don't worry, I'm here to help your passengers. But I'm afraid you're going to have to get comfortable for a while. I'm afraid no engines will be able to come down here until the snow clears a bit.
Bother!
Harold dropped down blankets and hot drinks to the passengers, and then when they were feeling better, he winched them up one by one, and then flew them back to the airfield where Bertie the bus was waiting to take them home. A week later, Toby, Roger, and the workmen came to rescue Daisy. When Toby arrived, he couldn't help but chuckle.
Well, well, well. Looks like we found the abominable snow engine.
Daisy didn't say a word. She doesn't think snow is so pretty now. Roger had the snow cleaned out from her engine, and then Daisy slunk away to mope in the shed.